I'll talk with the Shadow Dragons, if there's anything we can do for Treviso.
I heard what you did.
Jacobus?
You helped Minrathous. You left us. And Treviso. All the blight. Just don't talk to me. Go away.
It's been a while since I was in Tevinter, but I remember you. I was chasing a rageling, and you were after a...
The Voldorma job?
Is that what you call it? I call it a mess.
Then joining this team, it'll be just like old times.
Take that, you!
Rook gets that one.
I heard you almost had a demon outbreak in Minrathous.
Almost.
Way I hear it, the city sleeps better for you in it.
Maybe. But the Venatori don't sleep.
Maybe I should give it a go hunting them instead.
No shortage of work there.
There. That pile of blight. That's what Chance wanted us to clear out.
Can't let it spread. Treviso's hurt as it is.
Target those blighted boils. That should weaken it.
Shot. That noise. Since when did Dark Souls do that?
I've heard some of the new ones do. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. We've got literal gods walking around trying to end the world.
Does it bother you they're elven gods?
It won't help our reputation, that's for sure. But me, I never gave our gods much thought. They were just a myth.
Not anymore.
Why do you keep coming back here?
I want to help.
How can you make up for the dragon? The blight?
Neve, what do you make of Rook?
New to the game in some ways, but seems to know what she's doing.
Or good at pretending she knows what she's doing.
Are you testing whether I'm hard of hearing?
Don't mind us, just seeing if the boss is a good listener.
I am now.
Neve, on that Voldorma job, what exactly was the mime doing?
You ran into it.
Yeah.
What mimes do, annoy people. No, he had some real talent.
But why were you staking him out?
Because the dwarf, Furious Butch, he was going to make contact.
Furious Butch?
Meanest pie maker I ever met.
I'm still trying to work out the Voldorma job.
Which part? Not short on options.
You said the dwarf, Furious Butch, was a pie maker?
His elderberry, now there's a treat. But it was also a front.
The pie shop?
The product. He smuggled lyrium through the rhubarb pie.
Makes sense. Nobody likes rhubarb. Who'd find out?
And that's where the mime comes into play.
As they always do.
What I still can't work out, Davrin. On the Voldorma job, that rageling you were hunting.
Teeth like razors. Temper to match.
What was it doing in the middle of a crowded market?
I asked Sulky Willie the same question.
Sulky Willie?
Guy who hired me. Sad old dwarf. Said the rageling was a curse sent to kill him.
Huh. Rumor, red herring, both. Where's the truth start and the rest begin? Now that's the question. Who do we have here? Rook. Up to something. Your warden contacts, Efka and Antoine, you think they'll come through?
They'll try.
Well, it's more than we've gotten from the first warden. Where'd you meet them anyway?
It was the Deep Roads. They were there on warden business. Varric and I were after Solus. We didn't tell them at the time, of course. But you survive a Deep Stalker attack together, and you make fast friends.
So after crossing paths in the Deep Roads, you kept in touch with Efka and Antoine?
Yeah, we trade letters every few months. One time, Antoine sent a diagram for some kind of automatic door he was developing based on springs. It chimed when it closed, so you wouldn't get stuck. He can be a little unorthodox.
Aren't we all?
I hear that when the dragons attacked, you chose to help Minrathous over Treviso. We drove it off, at great cost. I don't expect an outsider is too concerned with that.
Saying you missed out on the dragon excitement we had. Although I'm glad you helped, the Shadow Dragons.
You're not upset I chose to go to Minrathous?
Of course not. If the Shadow Dragons need a minder, who am I to deny them? Seriously though, I have a niece in the Dragons. Thank you for your help, whatever you give it.
Nice move, Rook. Take the shot.
Thank you, friends.
A lot of people in the market owe him their lives.
Let's let Taya and Viago know what happened here.
So, how well do you know the Viper? Because I've heard things
Oh? What things?
like no one really knows who he is.
Is that right?
That maybe he used to be a slave and now fights slavers?
That would make sense.
Or that he's the Archon or a Magister in disguise.
Decent theory.
You know, don't you? You know!
What makes you say that?
You totally know. The Alluvian's working. We're finding help. It's not a bad start.
This started with us failing to finish the last job.
Okay, it's not a bad second start.
Maybe the third will be perfect. Too many undead for my taste.
I'm sorry Bataris got away.
You win some, you lose some.
Would you like me to get you something? Tea, cake, arrow in his temple? Whatever you need.
Hey, Rook.
You had me followed. Inquired about me.
I needed to be sure. The Knight Commander.
Lanos is playing for the other side, so Tarquin's probably dirty too. After all the shit we've been through, I thought I'd earn some trust.
I did it to protect the Shadow Dragons and the cause.
Yeah, you protected them. Happy now?
Everything okay?
Everything is fine.
Absolutely. I'm not in the pocket of some Magister, and now he knows for sure.
You would have done the same, to be sure.
Or maybe I just trusted you, like a fool. High Bloods, you just can't help what you think about the rest of us, can you?
All right.
Ugh, I shouldn't have said that.
High Bloods, is he?
Altus Mage, born and bred. Literally, bred in his case.
Yeah, I figured. You don't call yourself the Viper and walk around with that getup unless you've got something to hide.
A fancy family name in his case.
Which name? Would I know it?
Nah, not my story to tell.
Risen gods, Venatori, Darkspawn. There's no time for whatever that was.
I should just let it slide then. Let him down me. Oh, everyone's on edge with all the city's troubles. The worst part? He's probably right. I would have investigated me too. You just can't trust a Minrathous Templar. Not right now.
So why even be a Templar?
I used to be a soldier. Being a Templar's not far off. Joining the military is one of the ways you get respect, as Soperati. All the men in my family are military. My father, well, he made it clear that if I wanted to live as a man, I'd have to be a soldier.
That sounds tough. And now, being a soldier, a Templar...
You ever stick to something because change is too hard?
Because we can't fight on all fronts. I get it. My family's military too. My father commanded legions near Ventus. That's where he found me.
Found you?
I'm adopted. They found me as a baby on the battlefield after a skirmish. Never figured out how I got there.
And you didn't want to get into the family business either, huh? Look us. Out here in the shining capital city.
Still better than fighting in an endless war against the Qun.
You know, I hear the city does shine. If you look at it right.
You're a Shadow Dragon. Aren't the other Templars suspicious?
Most of them don't notice me, or what I do.
What do you do?
I organise the documents in the archives downtown, in the cellar.
That's a boring waste of your talents.
You think I chose it? The cellar's where they store things they don't want to deal with. Difficult ideas, difficult people.
So you joined the Shadow Dragons.
I never really fit anywhere else. Could never be what people wanted. That story's too common around here. The other shadows get it. No questions asked.
He was just putting the course first.
I know. I shouldn't be so hard on him. It's fine. It'll be fine. In a couple of days, we'll be fighting over who said sorry better. Thanks for checking in, Rook. Keep safe out there.
Everyone's talking about how you helped drive off the dragon. I'm glad I wasn't anywhere near the area.
Rook! What can I get the city's saviour?
What did you think of the Khachapuri? The ones that didn't catch fire?
They're a real treat, Belle.
A Grey Warden. Are you all right?
You're Rook. I'm Vesta.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn if they escape into the city.
Just sit tight.
Well, look at that.
These must be the Darkspawn that attacked Warden Vesta. I'm guessing there's more. Well, that's unnerving. All right, let's keep clearing Blight from the catacombs. Old magic, forgotten relics. There's a lot left in the catacombs and the Blight's twisting through all of it. An elevator. Could be more Blight where it leads. Do you get the feeling we're being watched when we're in the catacombs? That's the last of them. We should tell Warden Vesta. Hey, we're back in Docktown proper.
Always good to know the shortcuts.
Vesta, we got the Darkspawn that attacked you. They won't get into the city.
Thank you. The Wardens will be glad to hear it.
As will the Shadow Dragons. Quillen, by the way. I'll ensure Vesta gets the healing she needs.
Good. Docktown owes her for the warning.
Good. Feel better. So, the sequel to my serial story. It's all blood magic and tears, and the second most innocent character was the killer.
I tried to warn you.
It hinted at a third series. Maybe things get better.
I hate to break it to you, but the paper said the run is over.
What? No, but it can't end here.
Sounds like a typical serial to me.
You've done a lot for the city. Let's see if I can return the favour. There's good magisters, don't get me wrong. Tilani's one, Pavus and some others. I'm grateful. But they're high blood mages. The system's always worked for them, and they think it'll work for the rest of us if they push hard enough at it.
You don't think they can change things?
I don't know, but I can hope.
That woman. What's happened? What's going on?
My husband, Atticus, he was going to the Snake Nest, said he needed to help a friend, and he never came home. But when I ask inside, they say he never arrived. They're lying. I know it, but...
What's your name?
Sabina.
If we learn anything, we'll let you know. So the Snake Nest...
Used to be a busy place. Word is it slowed down.
It's worth checking out.
They're saying Treviso got worse than us. The whole city's gone.
Too many Venatori around these days. I'm worried about what's coming. I wish I could do something, but... me back.
All right, Belle. There's a rumor among the Docktown paper sellers. The author for your serial had notes on a third series.
Really?
It's never getting printed. I'll tell you that up front. But if I track down the notes...
Yes, please. Oh, wow.
What?
Does this mean you're working a case for me? The author and note caper.
Let's not jump to caper before I've started.
Blood. Didn't Sabina's husband go missing around here? He could be hurt, or... A letter for Atticus. Our missing person. Someone really wanted to meet at the snake nest. Why do I have a bad feeling about how that went? Blood. There's a trail. A blood-stained shirt.
No cuts in the material. The blood didn't belong to the owner.
Take a look at that. A sick kid. His father thought Atticus could help, but... something feels off.
Old stories about the Dreadwolf, about Solus. Do you think they're all about him?
What do you mean?
Maybe most of them are his, but over time the truth shifts and there's been a lot of time. Sometimes it's convenient to pin a story on someone else, or take credit for another one.
Huh. He could have lied, or inspired other liars, I guess that fits, but it makes things even more confusing.
This Linus. He must own the snake nest, and he knows Atticus. All right. That snake nest bartender must know something. We need to talk to her.
A man named Atticus came to the snake nest. We know he was headed here. That your boss, Linus, knows him. We've been to Linus's home.
All right, it's the boss. He's been acting weird since the kid got sick. Urgent meetings, always checking the storage. But you're Neve Gallus. If you think you can do something, I'll let you in.
I'll do what I can.
It's across the road.
If you knew something was happening...
It wasn't... It didn't happen all at once. And if he knew I was asking questions... Maybe I'm wrong. What then?
The bar storage. There has to be more here. All this under the bar storage? Be ready. He might be farther in. Linus, the snake nest owner. He made a pact with a demon to save his kid. But the price, it was too high.
I'll follow up. Make sure the kid's still taken care of.
There's a key. We should see what else is here. How many did he kill? All for a demon. This was Atticus. His locket. We can return it to Sabina. Well, there's other ways to get into the catacombs.
The real mystery isn't getting in. It's what we'll run into this time. Part 3 of your serial story. I found the author's notes.
Really? Thank you. How did it go?
The notes were in a false bottom drawer. The author had been framed for murder. And he might be the heir to the parlous fortune.
So it was a caper.
It was a caper.
Sabina.
You're back. But Atticus...
The man who took Atticus's life. He thought it would save his child. But it wasn't right.
Atticus.
If there's anything you need, I'll see what I can do.
I don't know. I need time and... to put his name on the wall of light. Thank you. At least for letting me know.
Dogtown's desperate are being targeted, then falling victim to demons. The snake nest owner, the people Compassion found. What if it's all the work of the same demon?
It's a good theory, and bad news for the people it targets.
If we keep up the work in Dogtown, maybe we'll find more.
So the wardens uncover a journal, it leads to a clutch of griffin eggs, and the damn things hatch.
Is there a question in there?
Usually there would be. Guess I'm still stunned.
Come on. You must have seen Stranger.
Sure. But I wish I'd seen that.
A shipment of supplies for the injured and the blighted just arrived. Sent by the Shadow Dragons.
Allies in Minrathous. I never would have thought it.
I have already penned your thank you note.
Devrin, about Sulky Willy, the guy who hired you in Valdorma? He thought a rageling was sent to kill him. What did he say when you stopped the monster?
Nothing. When I went to meet him, there was just a box. A poetry book inside, with the third page missing. And a slice of pie.
The poetry, was it Odes to Seven Antevans?
That's the one.
The third page was pushed under my door. That's how the whole job started. You ever been back to Valdorma?
No. You?
Once or twice. Wasn't the same.
I think that art merchant with information on the Anton lives near here.
Is anyone there? Hello?
Hello? Are you alright?
Anton said we have been running. Then the brutes left to get more reinforcements against a single woman. Would you be a dear and clear away all the refuse by the door?
Didn't know the Anton had such strong opinions on art.
Nothing here.
Still nothing.
Still nothing. I don't see anything that merchant in the market was talking about. No stolen art.
I've got a hunch we should check with him again.
That merchant who said the Anton stole his artwork, he's with the Venatori. I'll bet he caught us listening in.
Damn it. Bet he took off the second we left the market.
The note said the Anton are trading the art to Venatori collectors in exchange for rare magical components. The note doesn't say what the components are for, but the meeting location is a different Anton camp, in the center of the city. Let's head there and figure out what they're working on with the Venatori. Okay, we're close to the camp where Anton are trading with the Venatori for magical components.
Like a rook.
All right, let's find out what the Anton and the Venatori are actually doing here. This note is about Gatlock, that Kunari blasting powder. The Anton are using magical components from the Venatori to make it more explosive. Much more explosive.
Well, look at what they can achieve when they work together.
We have to tell Taya and Viago.
So the gods gave the Venatori control over Darkspawn? And the cult just bought it? Do they really think they'll have pet Darkspawn forever?
Trust me, they're that arrogant. But it's low, even for them. And my expectations were already rock bottom.
Better set them in the deep roads.
You're looking for something.
A nod on stick. Looks like every other stick, but this one is Hassan's. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but you've got the wrong place. Hassan had it in the kitchen yesterday.
I looked there already.
Then the bird moved the goods. Have fun.
Do you ever wonder what the fade smells like to a squirrel?
No. Well, look at that.
Milk, eggs, cheese, bread. Milk, eggs, cheese, bread.
Restocking the pantry?
Yep. I repeat the list to myself so I remember.
Is that really all we need?
It's all some people will eat.
That's incredible.
Interesting. No source of water, so where's it come from?
Got me. The fade? Or... I don't know. But it sure looks cool.
Never a dull day in Arlethan Forest.
When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elganan and Gillenane in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Anton are working for Elganan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Anton want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And now, we've seen that power firsthand. The Anton and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori, who could control Darkspawn.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vincimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Lightning? Well, that's dramatic.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the horde in her lair.
The job with us. What made you want to take it?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No. All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
I don't like the sound of that. Deep Stalkers, watch out!
Knew they'd find us.
So the Deep Stalkers are the bait?
Yup.
If that's what works.
Quite a few of them. Dragons have big stomachs.
Is it just me, or is that one meaner than the rest?
That's their pack leader. Take her down.
She responds to people blowing a horn.
This time.
You've left food for her before.
Took a while to get her used to it.
Sounds like you've got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon.
Well, that was close.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Someone put a lot of work into these fortifications. Why'd they leave?
This used to be a big Grey Warden outpost. They left after the Darkspawn stopped coming.
So the Antam are here.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing. Grapples, nets. The Antam are going after the Vincimer.
But the dragon can handle that.
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes! Tarala!
Come on! So, you breathed fire?
Yeah.
Can't say I was expecting that.
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
What'll she think of us when we free her?
Hopefully she'll just fly off.
Hopefully. Should I cross my fingers?
Most of us Shadow Dragons are wanted for worse than theft. But if some lords are in it for themselves?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep? I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
No tavern goers, no late night carts, no cats trying to claim the alley behind your house.
The Minrathus lullaby.
Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah. I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
Same. Can't sit still, can't stop thinking about everything.
There's always something to chase. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
And if it's already too late?
Don't tell me you're a lost cause.
Well, I might be.
I know the feeling. The Dreadwolf turns up everywhere, doesn't he?
Ravane is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
Oh, look at that. So, your mom wanted you to lay low, and now you're with us.
And because I wanted to be here.
Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel?
Yep. It's great.
Nice move.
You were there when the gods escaped.
Sure was.
What was it like?
Strange. Chaotic. The stuff of nightmares that stick too long.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Look at those waterfalls. It's like every drawing of Ravane made real.
Hey, Neve. Let me know if you need help on ladders.
Ladders?
Your leg thing? One of the lords. Fenced, he lost a hand. Climbing ladders hurt his shoulder after. He told us eventually. Then we helped him on the ladders. Your foot's got a hook shape. It might get caught.
My work leads strange places. If ladders had my number, I'd be out by now, but thanks for asking. Although, your horns have a hook shape. You worry about them getting caught?
Shit. I do now. Hey, Vince can help you if you ever need someone on locks. I'll ask him if you want. He likes me.
Sure he does. You're not bad to work with.
I'm not?
When you lose a limb, you have a metal leg or a hook for a hand, some things get harder. But you ask for help with one thing, and people think you can't do anything.
That's Vashadan. No one can go toe-to-toe with you in magic.
Thanks for noticing. Not everyone does.
Anyway, Bence doesn't have a hook. He's got a set of lockpicks.
No wonder ladders give him trouble.
So how do you get it?
I had to leave most of my old life behind when I joined the Shadow Dragons. And now I'm fighting elven gods. So you take what works from each part, right?
Hey, Neve. Bence also had a jeweler add some stones to his lockpick hand. Pretty gems and stuff. I can get you a name if you want.
Why would I want gems on my leg?
Because it's like a boot you wear every day. Might as well look nice. That's what I did after I broke my horn. And my horn will grow back.
I work Minrathus. Put gems on my legs in the morning, and they be stolen by lunch. Besides, I like to keep a low profile when I'm hunting.
Oh, sneaky. Makes sense.
Does your jeweler work with inlay, Tosh?
Why? You change your mind?
If I save up enough, I might want a new leg. A choice of looks can't hurt.
Ooh, nice. How about gold with a ruby inlay?
I bang my leg all the time. Gold gets dinged up. Ruby inlay, though. I can work with that.
Let me know when you're ready. I'll get you a discount.
Thanks, Tosh.
You deserve nice things.
This is a memory. We're seeing the past when Solus sent this spirit army against the gods. If we're spirits of disruption, let's act like it.
I've been called disruptive a time or...
Lose. That's all it was. By this point, Solus didn't care who we sacrificed if it meant stopping the Evanuris.
Maybe they would have volunteered to die for his cause, but he... That goes to you. Nice move. Company, get ready.
Nice shadow dragoning.
Those ruins feel a bit more solid than the rest of the magic around here. Elves must have actually lived in them.
Take that! More of Solus's memories. Elganon sent his guards to attack the Dreadwolf's rebels.
So Elganon was always the charmer.
Quickly, get us out of here!
Locked tight, and no sign of a key.
Of course there isn't, but there must be a way.
I think that's it. The memory ends here.
So Solus really did have a heroic side. At one point.
Too bad he didn't stay all heroic like that.
And now, all that's left is this fragment. Come on, let's go. Solus sounded rattled.
The blight had him scared.
I think we broke through to Gillinean's prize specimens.
Rook, think of the darkspawn we face compared to these. What if...
Maybe the darkspawn we've been seeing aren't new. Maybe they're old. It's over. Solus destroyed the lab, the blight that was here, and his agent.
I'm sure he sees some greater good. The people in his way to get there, not as much.
This fragment might tell us more.
What do you need?
There's this soft goat's cheese.
I'm on it.
You can get goat's cheese? Just like that?
I know a guy.
Is that a chill in the air? Please give an ice-cold welcome to the darling of doctors, the winter Rook Tevinter, Neve!
Rook takes credit there.
I see you picked up some nice tricks in the Shadow Dragons.
Well, when the Venatori have a floating palace that shoots firebolts, you have to get really good at not dying.
That goes to you. That's one for Rook. Rook gets that one. The spirits around the Hall of Valor seem very invested in all of it.
Spirits like fun too.
Sure, but one of them was trying to take wages. So I said, I bet the demons in Marathas could teach you a thing or two about betting rings. The spirit said, I bet you're right, and handed me 5 gold. I feel a point was missed.
Hey, you got 5 gold. Take the win.
Something's moving. Up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
No reaching these. They're mindless. I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
Chilly in here. Courtesy of a demon.
Echoes of the despair spirits. Misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Here's our second wisp.
At least they don't follow us around without asking.
Would you like them to accompany us?
I'm good. Rook gets that one.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Tevinter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
Right. Then what?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fae.
Handy. Could use a few of those for back home.
I understood Tevinter to be experienced in dealing with malign manifestations.
Oh, we are. You have to be when blood magic attracts them. Or some cultist decides to summon something on purpose. I'll take any help I can get.
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori!
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Well, there's some luck for you.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
Found those Venatori.
They have no place in these walls.
Daddy's weakness!
And Rook takes that.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learned to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
Might know someone who can help with that.
Do you, madam? We'd be grateful. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us.
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand necropolis shows itself!
Well, look at that. No more despair, demons.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got 2. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons? I should have earned my way back into their good graces after we saved Minrathous.
Tarquin won't ever admit it, but he was impressed.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Good to have you back, whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall.